Good morning, I'm Brian Lentz with a look at your local news. Two cats are up for adoption in this week's pet project. Cataly is a bit shy and sweet and hoping to be adopted into her forever home. Miko is a calm cat looking for his best friend. Here's John from the SPCA.
This gorgeous feline is Cataly. Although a little shy at first, once she becomes familiar with you, she'll never leave your side. Cataly will be the first to greet you in the morning with a gentle purr. After a long day of work, she'll be right at the door to welcome you home and listen to you intently as you share your day. All Cataly asks in return is for some food in her dish, a few toys to play with, and lots of pets and cuddles. Cataly is such a sweet girl that will always make the day better with every moment you spend with her. Be sure to stop by the SPCA and meet Cataly today. You'll be so happy you did. Suave, charming, and debonair are just a few words to describe Nico. Nico is one cool feline who enjoys living the life of a cat. Nico loves nothing more than spending his day napping high on his scratching post. When he's not sleeping, he's calmly sitting in a box contemplating the great questions of life. Nico isn't a cat that is going to need a lot of attention. He just needs a good friend to relax with and share in the occasional snuggle. If you're looking for an easygoing feline to add that little bit of extra joy in your life, then you just have to meet Nico. Stop by the SPCA and say hi to him today.
Most of us do it. We idle our cars during the winter months to warm it up, but officials are warning it can put you at risk of getting your vehicle stolen.
When you leave your vehicle running with the keys in the ignition, you are very vulnerable to having your vehicle stolen. It is something that we do see here inside of Lloydminster, whether that be at a restaurant or shopping center or even just in your driveway.
It only takes a minute for a vehicle to be taken. Last week, a Calgary man left his vehicle running while he went back inside to grab something. Within that time, a man had entered his vehicle in an attempt to steal it with his two children still inside.
This doesn't take very long. You can open the car door, hop in, put it in drive, reverse, and get away quite quickly. So we really want to encourage people to make sure that you have an extra set of keys. If you are going to do that, it's still a risk for sure. People can break a window or, jimmy their way into a car itself. But at very least, make sure you lock that door.
The RCMP encourage people to park indoors when you can, or if you do start your vehicle, to keep an eye on it at all times. Understanding the process of getting a Metis card was the focus of a session at Lakeland College. Organizers say nearly 80 people were able to benefit from the information.
It takes a while to process a Metis card. You need a genealogy and you need to go back quite a few generations. So if we can get the students thinking about this sooner and get their cards processing faster, then they have a better chance at attaining scholarships, funding for schooling, things like that.
The Metis flag with the infinity symbol represents the joining of two cultures and the existence of people forever. Representatives from both Alberta and Saskatchewan were present, answering questions and distributing application forms.
So if they've lost their card or it's expired, then you're able to attain one. And then your genealogy is done. Then you don't have to do all the work of gathering all the information. It's already on that card, and you can use that number to reference all of that, and then they're able to find you.
In Alberta, parents can get a card for their kids, whereas in Saskatchewan, you have to wait until you are 16 to apply. Documents required include the long-form birth certificate and marriage or death certificates to prove Métis heritage, but lacking all of these, Métis names are very strong.
I can think of Dumont, Lebret, Gervais. Labacane was another one that came through today.
Organizers are planning to have another one in the spring. It was a long day at City Council this week with the second draft of the budget being presented. It was also time for third-party asks as various public groups in the city made their pitch for funding. Council heard from a handful of groups in the city, each making a case for funding from the city. Groups included the SPCA, the Lloydminster Facilities Corporation, and the Treaty Commissioner, just to name a few.
Well, that's going to come back to City Council, and we'll be debating each one of those asks. There will be a resolution passed per ask, I believe, indicating what we're prepared to give.
Council has a tough job ahead of them debating these third-party asks in a time when the budget might not allow for it.
The budget today is based on no increase to anybody's third-party asks. There was some increases asked for today. No one now offered a decrease.
Council received a variety of feedback from residents regarding the first draft of the budget presented earlier this month. Feedback ranged from stay the course to no tax increases.
We will be having input from people. To answer your question directly, we will be asking for input. Your voice through the email is available. If people have questions, certainly approaching the councillors and myself directly, but we also have some coffee houses and times scheduled that there'll be information available.
There aren't a whole lot of winning hockey teams in Lloydminster right now, but one is the classic Oilfield Junior B Bandits. Entering play Sunday, the Bandits were 9-6-1, with 2 of those wins coming against the winless Saddle Lake Warriors. As Lance Phillips points out, Sunday's 3rd straight game against the Warriors was one both teams would like to forget.
By the end of 1, it was 4-0. After 2, 8-0. And when the final buzzer sounded, the Lloydminster Bandits had finished their game against Saddle Lake with 14 goals to the Warriors' none. It was a mess from the onset, with Saddle Lake dressing 7 players, a team that not only hasn't won a game, but can't win a game. Begging the question, are these types of games good for anyone?
Not really. No, it's tough, right? Like, it's tough to keep your compete level up and stuff, and then guys get their guard down. It actually gets dangerous out there, right? Like, Dallin took that hit at the end, and that's because guys get kind of lulled to sleep. So it's no good for anybody. When a team comes with 7 guys, it does no good for the league. It does no good for anyone. I'm not sure why it's happening.
It's tough. You really just try to not get bad habits out there, right? That's the biggest thing, because it's going to be a game of shinny by the end of it, but you got to try to keep some system to your game. That's about it.
Over its last 3 games, Lloydminster's outscored the Warriors 36-3, meaning Crookshank is already seeing details requiring immediate attention.
I can already see the habits and stuff, right? So it's tough. I mean, all I can do is stay vocal with them and try and keep them in it. And we're going to have some pretty hard practices this week just to get going again.
You just try to get the guys ready and focus on what we need to get better on and work on things like that, like the little things, right? Working on our systems, stuff like that, so you can get ready for the better teams.
And with 3/4 of their games against Saddle Lake over, the Bandits can begin to focus on areas of their game that will give them success against the league's top teams. Teams they play in 3 of their next 4 games.
I think we just got to get better in our own end. We haven't had trouble scoring goals all year, so I mean, just getting better in our own end and tightening up a little bit, and doing the little things right and getting our systems down, and we'll be fine.
We have to go 3-1 against the teams that we want to stay in front of. So these are big games coming up. We got Wainwright coming up, and we have another Killam game and stuff. So we have a chance to put ourselves in the top 3 going into the Christmas break, and it'd be nice to do that, right?
Lance Phillips, Newcap Sports, Lloydminster.
This week on Beyond the Boards, the Bobcats put down the sticks and pick up the paddles as they face off in a ping pong challenge. Kara Lyons has more.
Good pregame meal. Get the arms moving, the legs moving. Good warm up in. Just be ready mentally for the game.
No strategy. I'm just gonna play my game. Not worried about him. Not worried about what he's doing. I'm just gonna play my game and show him who the real champion is. So.
I heard Coach telling me to smash it. Shouldn't have listened to him.
No way! No way you returned that! That was ridiculous. Good service.
Oh yeah. Finish him.
I just wanted to let you have like a taste of winning, and I'm just gonna crush you.
You know what? We'll see, I guess.
Oh,
right?
well.
Time will tell.
Good? Oh, thanks.
Just keep going.
Okay, I can do that. And should I hit the other side of the table too?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, should probably do that. That makes sense.
Feeling good? Wake up. You good? I know. I don't need to get swamped yet. I'm fine.
Oh yeah! Oh, Stevie! Now you jump on. This is where you come in. Do it again. Stop.
Holy smoke, my eyes are burning.
Oh!
Yeah! No! Woo!
I can't believe you returned that. blew it. Come on. Call it. That's brutal. Hey. That's brutal. You know what? Good game.
That's all the time we have for local news. Thanks for joining us and have a good day.